Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Thank you so much for click and play on this video. In this video, I'll be showing you 5 more foundational comic books that I'll be adding to the comic book collection. Hopefully, you guys are excited. Here we go. I want to thank the sponsor of this video. It's the Shortboxed app. They now have raw books available on their app, which is currently in beta for sellers, and each book is verified by the Shortbox headquarters. So buy with confidence. There's a link in the description below to download the app and start shopping or selling today. I have recently, over the last year and a half, switched up my collecting style to really go for key books, and I've been calling them foundational comic books because these are specific keys. There's a lot of keys that maybe don't hit the radar of a lot of dealers or don't increase really the overall value or overall eye appeal of your collection. So why I said foundational comic books is these are universally recognized as keys by any dealer in any collection, at least in my opinion. Now, there may have been a book here or there that I have really placed a lot of value on. I really do believe that these are foundational comic books and universally recognized, but some people may argue that maybe those aren't. I believe that today's books are universally recognized as keys, and they're not based on movie height or speculation. These are just keys that have always been keys. Every time you see them when you're flipping through a short box or long box or collection, you pull these out and you're like, wow, that's a cool book. So just to let you know, for the sake of this video, I've got information pulled up on a second computer over here, and I'll be looking at census data, value of graded comparable issues. Usually I show raw value or talk about raw value because these are raw books that I'm showing. But for the sake of this video, I do have the information pulled up. Unfortunately, it is the graded information. So let's just bear with me, and then, pay a fraction of it for a raw book versus the graded values that I'm showing. So the first one up is Amazing Spider-Man number 39. This is about a 3.0 to 3.5. Now, I have seen 4.0s with creases like that, so this could potentially be a 3 to 4 grade. And this is the first John Romita artwork on Amazing Spider-Man, and it is Norman Osborn revealed as the Green Goblin. This came out in August of 1966, and it is a Stan Lee story. As you guys know, there are 3,802 total copies of this on the census. For a 3.0, you'd probably expect to pay graded about $200. For a 4.0, about $325. Really great book to add to any collection. If you've got Amazing Spider-Man 39, I implore you to get Amazing Spider-Man number 40. This is a 4.0 condition, really nice 4 to 4.5, maybe even 5. This is the origin of the Green Goblin, which came out in September of 1966. John Romita artwork, Stan Lee story. In 4.0 condition, this is about $220, and 4.5 about $270. So pay a fraction of that for a raw book. Really great book, and then having these two together is absolutely awesome. These are great covers, and I love owning this storyline and this artwork. Next book up is Avengers number 47. This is about a 2.5, 3.0. I would say it's a 3.0. It's just got this water damage here on the top. And this came out in December of 1967. It's the first appearance of Dane Whitman, who in the next issue becomes the Black Knight. Really great issue from 1967. You got Don Heck and John Buscema artwork, as well as a Stan Lee story. In this grade, for a graded copy, you should probably pay about $100. I think I got this one from anywhere from $40 to $60. Can't remember. I got it in a trade from a friend. So that is how I got this one. Probably anywhere from that value, $40 to $60. Graded in 3.0 condition, probably about $100. I started a Disney travel agency called To The Magic Travel, and I just want to invite you, if you're thinking about going to Disney, the happiest place on earth, or on a Disney cruise, let me help you. All of the services are free. Email me below for a free quote today. The next book up is The Strange Tales featuring Warlock. It's number 180. This is the first appearance of Gamora. This is about a 3.0 to 4.0 grade condition. I got this one for pretty cheap, maybe about $20 to be honest, which I know is a super deal. But you can probably expect to pay anywhere from $60 in that 4.0 graded grade range, maybe a little bit more. Maybe you can find this for under $50 for this Strange Tales number 180 in a lower grade condition. First appearance of Gamora. I remember that Gamora was always one of those characters that was really made popular by the movies, but was also popular in the 90s, and also a great Strange Tales Warlock issue. These were always pretty popular, these Strange Tales Warlock issues, but because of the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, Infinity Watch storyline in the 90s, but really popularized by the movies Guardians of the Galaxy in the MCU. But I do remember that this was a key before that, so I do qualify it as a foundational book that's not necessarily a key because of the MCU movies. It was a key before that, so bear with me on that one. This one is kind of gray area, borderline. I do think it was probably made more popular because of the movies, but still foundational in my book. And the last book up is X-Men number 9, a great single-digit X-Men book. It's the first Avengers crossover into the X-Men title, and it's also the first appearance of Lucifer. This is about a 2.0 to 2.5 grade condition. It's got some staining right there and some chipping or chewing right there. A little bit nasty, but that's okay. We still love it. Other than that, it's still a really nice presentable copy of this book. It is from January of 1965. There are over 2,100 copies on the census, and in 2.0 condition, it's still over $200, probably about a $230 book. In 2.5, you might be even paying up to $300, but it's definitely a book worth getting. It's always been great. Single digit X-Men, love it. Definitely foundational. And when someone's flipping through my comic book collection, they're probably going to look at this book and say, yeah, that's a really cool issue. So hopefully you enjoyed those 5 foundational comic books. Hopefully you guys are really enjoying the entire series of foundational comic books. I also had one more thought that I've been really formulating recently, and that's cornerstone books. So this is a different level of your foundation. We're talking about cornerstone books, cornerstone level books. What are cornerstone level books? And X-Men number 1 is probably a cornerstone level book. Fantastic Four number 1 is probably a cornerstone level book. These are just blue chip books, really investment style books, more than just foundational comic books. So maybe we'll talk more about those. What are cornerstone books versus what are foundational books? Who knows? But I'm starting to formulate that distinction between foundational comic books and cornerstone comic books. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Another trademark for the channel. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you could hit that thumbs up. If you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified when there's future videos. And with that, I will talk to you all on the next one. See you. Bye.